Hi there, it's so great to see you back. Lesson 2 is to introduce you to the basics of viticulture and winemaking and the key stages involved in growing grapes and making wine. Wine is alcoholic beverage made from grape juice through fermentation. Alright? Could be red, could be white, could be rosé, and could be of different taste and flavors, but basically wine is an alcoholic beverage made from grape juice. Now, the art of grape growing. It's a practice that has been shrouded in mystery for centuries, with grape growers harnessing the power of nature to create the perfect conditions for their vines to thrive. But what exactly is viticulture? Well, it's the study and practice of growing grapes. But don't let its seemingly straightforward definition fool you. Viticulture is so much more than just planting some vines in the ground and hoping for the best. It's a delicate dance between man and nature, where the slightest misstep can have disastrous consequences. It's a craft that requires a deep understanding of the soil, the climate, and the grape varieties themselves. It's a balancing act between science and art, where intuition and experience are just as important as data and research. But the rewards of viticulture are truly magical. The beauty of perfectly manicured vineyard, the satisfaction of watching grapes ripen on the vine, the joy of tasting a wine that truly captures the essence of a place. These are all the fruits of viticulture's labor. And let's not forget about the mysteries of terroir. This elusive concept is at the heart of viticulture. The idea that unique characteristics of a place, its soil, climate, and topography, are reflected in the grapes and ultimately the wine that it's produced. It's a concept that has captivated wine lovers for centuries and one that continues to inspire and intrigue us to this day. Soil, climate, and grape varieties. When it comes to viticulture, there are three key factors that have a major impact on the quality of grapes grown: soil, climate, and grape varieties. Let's start with soil. The type of soil in which grapes are grown can have a significant impact on their flavor and characteristics. For example, soils that are rich in limestone can produce grapes that are high in acidity, which can give the resulting wine a crisp and refreshing taste. On the other hand, soils that are high in clay can produce grapes that are more full-bodied and robust. The climate is another major factor that can impact grape quality. Grapes thrive in regions that have a warm and sunny climate but are not too hot. The right amount of sunshine and warmth helps grapes to ripen and develop complex flavors. Regions that are too cold may produce grapes that are underripe, while regions that are too hot may produce grapes that are overripe and lack acidity. Finally, the grape variety is a key factor in determining the quality of the grapes. Different grape varieties have different characteristics, from the color of the grape to the size and shape of the berries. Some grape varieties are better suited to certain climates or soils, while others may produce more consistent results across a range of growing conditions. All of these factors work together to create what is known as terroir, the unique combination of soil, climate, and grape variety that gives the wine its distinct flavor and character. Terroir is what makes wines from different regions and vineyards taste different, even when they are made from the same grape variety. As a sommelier or wine enthusiast, understanding the impact of soil, climate, and grape variety on grape quality can help you appreciate and enjoy wine on a deeper level. It can also help you make informed decisions about which wines to pair with different foods or occasions, based on their unique characteristics and flavor profiles. Viticulturists select the best grape varieties for their specific location, soil, and climate, and manage the vineyard throughout the growing season to ensure healthy and high quality grapes. Why it is important to know the winemaking process? Because the winemaking process determines the flavors, the aromas, and the overall quality of the wine. You can have the same grape from the same vineyard, the same year, go through a different winemaking process and producing totally different wines. And that's why we need to understand what is the winemaking process for every bottle that we sell in the restaurant so we can explain to our guests and then, of course, give them the best suggestion. Harvesting the grapes. Now, this is the year that will be on the label of the bottle. The year that we cut the grapes from the wine and then produce it. No matter how long it takes to bring this bottle to the market, the vintage on the bottle will be the year that we harvested the grapes. The stemming and crushing. Now, the stemming, that is the process where we remove the stems and the leaves from the grapes, because if we leave the stems and the leaves in the grapes, that will really make the wine bitter. So, and there are many different procedures. Back in the days, we put the grapes in the big pot and then everybody jumps in the pot and break the grapes and it releases the juice, and then of course all the leaves and all the stems get removed, and that is the second step. Then starts the fermentation. The fermentation process is crucial to the quality of the final product. It could be done in the stainless steels, it can be done in the wood or concrete pot. We choose a different yeast. The winemakers will choose a different yeast. There are so like hundreds of different types of yeast, and the yeast is the bacteria that eats the sugar and produces the alcohol. That's exactly what fermentation means. Turning sugar into alcohol. But different yeast, different bacteria, while they are producing this alcohol, they are enriching the wine with special flavors and aromas. So the winemakers are choosing very carefully what kind of yeast they're using for the fermentation process. Now, during the fermentation process, a lot of heat is released, and we need to control the temperature, because if the temperature goes too high, it's going to kill the yeast, and then of course it will alter the quality of the wine, and we don't want to do that. Plus, we are pumping the juice from the bottom, again pouring it from the top, because we need this juice to have as much as contact with the grape skin as possible, because that's where the juice gets its color, and of course the flavors and tannin, all those things that we need in our, especially red wines, to have. So we are pumping constantly the juice from the bottom and pouring it from the top, and of course we are controlling the temperature in the pot. Pressing. Pressing is the process where we remove the skin grape and we releasing the juice, and then of course it goes through a racking, which is a decantation. All the little hard particles are decanted, and we have just a clean wine. All right, now the next step could be bottling this wine and selling it directly. A lot of wines are sold fresh and without aging, but of course there is another step. It's called aging the wine, and that steps determines a lot of the characteristics again of the wine, because If we age a wine in oak barrels, just 6 months later, this wine will have completely different taste and characteristics and body than a wine that was bottled immediately after decanting and sold on the market. So aging, it could be done in stainless steels again. It could be done only in the bottles. It could be done in oak barrels. Could be done in all those three together. But like I said, aging change the flavors and the body of the wine, and we have different product. Now after aging, we have filtration, like really fine filtration, and we are bottling amazing wine in the bottles. Sometimes you have to age, after bottling you have to age the wine again for a few years. Wines like Barbaresco and Barolo, you have to age them for 4 years before you are allowed to release them on the market. So at the end of the process, you have bottles of wine. Like I said, it could be from the same grape, but they will taste completely differently because of the wine making process. And it's very important for you to know if the wine is aged, if the wine is filtered, or whatever, what kind of aging process it went through, and so on and so on.